The hallway was still, muted in that way where even a breath feels loud. My suitcase wheels brushed against the carpet, soft and steady, as I rounded the final corner. The top floor had only 6 rooms, spread wide apart. Mine was at the end, ocean view, chosen for privacy. I hadn't seen another guest since the elevator ride up. Until now. That soft chime behind me again. The elevator doors opened. 3 men stepped out. No words between them, no hurry, just quiet presence. The first, older, sharp in a navy blazer, met my eyes and nodded. The second, taller, darker suit, offered a smile that didn't quite reach. The third was the only one who spoke. Evening. I gave a polite half smile, the kind you give a stranger in a quiet hallway, and turned back ahead. Except, my pace shifted, a half step slower. Unconscious. Like part of me had started listening harder. Their footsteps followed, close enough to feel, not close enough to call out. My key card was already in my hand. I reached the door, slipped the card in, and waited for the green light. The lock clicked. Behind me, the third man's voice again. Quiet, amused. Same floor. Nice. I didn't turn, but I didn't close the door either. For just a second, I stood there, one hand on the handle, the other on my bag. Then, a sound. Subtle. Padded. I looked back. He was holding my bag strap. The older one. Navy blazer. I hadn't even realized I'd dropped it. You could have knocked, I said, trying for casual. You didn't close it, he replied. Calm. Measured. Like gravity in his voice. He held the bag out. As I reached, our hands brushed. His thumb grazed mine, just enough to register. I looked past him. The other 2 had stepped inside. No one said a word. I crossed the room and sat, edge of the couch, posture steady. No one told me to. It just felt like the right place to be. He placed the bag gently on the counter, turned to face me. The silence felt deliberate, thick with attention, not tension. The man in the darker suit moved slightly forward, eyes scanning the room. The third man followed, closing the door behind them with a soft click. Still, no words, just presence. The older one approached, unhurried, then stopped close. I didn't move. I didn't need to. His hand extended, palm up, offering. I placed mine in his. He helped me stand. Nothing forceful, just a steadying touch. I felt the rhythm of my pulse shift, chest, throat, fingertips. But I didn't resist. We took just a few steps forward, toward the center of the suite. The others stood still, their focus quiet, but undeniable. One removed his blazer, folding it neatly over the back of a chair. The sound of fabric brushing fabric startled something in me. I stood between them, not directed, not restrained, just noticed. My hand found the edge of the older man's sleeve, just to anchor. I adjusted the top of my shirt slightly. Not dramatic, just a gesture. The darker suited man stepped closer, brushing the edge of my sleeve, like he was feeling the texture. Another moved behind me. No footsteps, just presence. Then, a hand rested lightly at my waist, grounded, unrushed. I didn't flinch. The older man still watched me, didn't speak, didn't need to. Another presence neared. His hand moved along my arm and paused at my wrist. I adjusted my collar, awareness sharp now. I turned slightly, letting my back find the wall. Unplanned but solid. One of them leaned in, not touching, just near enough to feel. Another hand hovered behind me, anchoring, not guiding. I reached forward, brushing the front of his jacket. Again, not holding, just grounding. Then I stepped toward the couch and sat, folding one leg beneath me. One sat nearby, one remained behind, one stood at the chair. A curl near my shoulder was gently moved aside. I didn't turn, I just listened. Someone leaned close. His forehead briefly met mine, a quiet moment. Then he stepped back. The silence stayed warm and waited, intentional. I touched the seam of a jacket, fingers tracing lightly. My breathing had shifted. No one spoke. No one had to.